maybe it's a bit too early, but I think this chain is giving it away. And that's right, I am finally pregnant, guys. I am so happy. It's been a process and a half, but we're finally here, and I can't wait to tell you everything about it. As some of you guys may or may not know, Paul and I, we've had a few hiccups here and there trying to conceive. So we decided to go to this fertility clinic here in Dubai, which is called Arts Clinic. There, my partner Paul, he undertook loads of tests, and it came out that his sperm is not at his optimal. He in the past, he's already had like 3 kids from his ex-wife, and now that he wants to start a family with me, we've been struggling. Apparently, according to the doctor, you know, with age the quality of the sperm decreases. Also depends on the lifestyle, and to be honest, he's had a pretty intense life in his 50 years of living. So, and it might have not necessarily been like the healthiest. So with the clinic, we decided, and the help of the doctor, we decided that we wanted to undertake not the IVF procedure, but the IUI. In a few words, it's like a lighter treatment compared to the IVF. In fact, all they monitor is my ovulation, and once the day arrives, they take a sample of my partner's sperm, they clean it or wash it, however you want to call them, and then with a syringe and like proper tool that they have, they insert it into my uterus. Now, what they didn't tell us was that the chance of getting pregnant through IUI was really low, because with like 20 or even less, 20%, and I'll tell you later. But basically we went to another doctor elsewhere, and we were told that based on the analysis of Paul's sperm, there was no way that we would have gotten any result out of this IUI treatment. We needed to go through proper IVF, ICSI more specifically, which is ICSI is basically when they pick the sperm from the sample, like one, and they insert it into my egg. Anyhow, we waited for my ovulation, and once my ovulation happened, I was ready to go to the clinic to have the procedure started, and I was told surprisingly that I had to bring my marriage certificate. Now, Paul and I were not married yet. We just want to start the process of creating our family first. So unfortunately we had to stop, and so I called other places in Dubai, and none of them do IVF for unmarried couples. So we were a bit frustrated, sad. I was going through like a lot of emotions. So we decided that it was best if I had gone straight back to Italy, where I'm from, to my father and mother and father, to my parents and my family, try and see if I could do it there. At the time, I really wanted to get things done quickly, like very quickly, because I could not wait to be pregnant, and I didn't want to waste another month, because we had been trying for so long, and I understand like the frustration us women have when we cannot conceive, because it's one of the things that we want the most in life, you know. Especially if you're at that stage where you really want it, and it's like you desire it so much, it's at the top of your list and on everything. So I went there straight away. I managed to book an appointment with this doctor, which was recommended by my mother's gynecologist. I met with this woman. She was absolutely the most lovely woman. I'll write her name if you ever want to go, if you ever find yourself in Italy, in Reggio Emilia. Her name is Francesca Iannetti, and oh my gosh, I will tell you about later, but she is the best IVF doctor I've ever come across. But I've only come across two or three. Anyhow, she explained to us the whole situation. She explained to us that based on the analysis that were done on Paul, there was no way we could have done IUI. It would have been better and less of a money waste to just go straight to IVF and do ICSI. At the time when I went to see her, my appointment was on the 16th of May, or the 14th of May, and on the 18th of May, my period, my day one of my cycle, which is my period, started. So when I went there, I thought, let me see if I can start it straight away, but my expectations are very low because I'll have to do so many tests, and normally the process in Italy is so long and whatsoever. But once I talked to her, she really relaxed me and saying, look Sophia, we can do that, we're gonna try, and we're gonna go for it. You need to cooperate with me and I'll cooperate with you, and we can make this work. So that's what we did. I went privately throughout the whole way so that we could have done it on time, and it went as smoothly as it could have been. In the next day after I had seen her, I had the appointment with her, I did all of my blood tests, and they arrived within 2 to 3 days. On the 4th day I had to start my injections, which were the injections for the stimulations, the ovarian stimulations. I did those, I started those. I kind of just jumped into this whole process, kind of like not knowing what to expect. And I think that's the best approach I could have ever taken, to be honest, because I just took things day by day, and without knowing, without having expectations, and without having worries, and I just went through them, and it actually turned out to be really good. I'm normally really scared of doing injections, but let me tell you, all the injections you'll have to do, they're very small. I mean, the syringe is it's a pen. Needle is actually really small, and you don't feel anything when you inject it. So yeah, I was pretty chill with that. Like, maybe the first time I had my sister help me and do it for me, but then the second time onwards, I did it by myself because it was like really easy to do. So anyhow, I started these ovary stimulations, and I must say my doctor was pretty happy. Well, not pretty happy, but she told me like I wouldn't have any problems with the egg retrievals, because I had so many to pick from, and they were all really good. And that's what she did. During egg retrieval day, I had to go on to the hospital. I was sedated, so I was taken to this room. They put the anesthetic, which was I must say pretty interesting. It's like they injected it, and straight away I went fuzzy and like started feeling all these worms. It was crazy, and I did not feel anything. Like, maybe I woke up from my, I don't know, because I wasn't even dreaming. I woke up from my sleep, feeling a little bit of a scratching in my ovaries, but then it lasted like a few seconds, and then I went back to sleep, and then I don't remember anything else from that. Yeah, the only image I can recall is the scratching, and the doctor like saying numbers, like I think it was the centimeters, like the dimensions of the eggs, I think. But and then 1 week went by. Throughout this week they fertilized the egg with the sample of sperm that they had from Paul, which he had given that same day on my egg retrieval. A week later I went back to do my embryo transfer. Now, out of the eggs that were taken, they retrieved 8 eggs, but out of those 8 eggs, only 6 were really good. And of those 6 really good eggs, the doctor and the biologist, they managed to fertilize and create 6 embryos, 6 good eggs that they had. They managed to fertilize all of them, which was a miracle. I mean, like, Paul's sperm was a bit lazy, but oh man, if put inside, like, good. But anyways, like, we were really happy. They had asked us beforehand if we wanted to freeze the embryos. We had agreed to that, so we still have 5 embryos in the freezer in case we want to expand our family in the future. At the end of the week, I had the embryo transfer. It was like super quick. Like, if I had to go to the hospital, there was a few people in line, like probably 6 or 7, but they did us like in probably 45 minutes. Like, it was like 10 minutes for each person, so they would go in and come out, go in and come out, and I was the last one. But it was really fast. It was really fast, and it didn't hurt at all. All you need to do is just sit there with your legs up and just take it, baby. It does not hurt, it does not do anything. And that's it. After that, like, I had to continue with my progesterone, which I forgot to mention, which is just like a cream that you insert up your vagina, and you do that once a day for the whole 3 months, and a little bit of the period before the embryo transfer. That's it. I mean, like, honestly, my experience with IVF has been pretty positive. I had a really good support system around me, in a sense that I was home with my parents, so I had their emotional support. I had Paul, which was virtually there. I say virtually because most of the time he was here in Dubai. He just came to Italy whenever he was needed, which was the embryo transfer, which was the, sorry, not the embryo transfer, which was the egg retrieval. Maybe I had him come back to Italy when I had to do the pregnancy test, which is basically a blood test, but I wanted him there just for emotional support, because whether it was positive or negative, I would have wanted him to be there. So also the doctor, I mean, like, she was so good. She explained everything in like great detail. She's an amazing person as well, like someone you can talk to, you can ask any type of questions, because, you know, sometimes you want to ask, for example, like, can I have sex now, can I not, or can I do this, can I do that? And she was very hands-on, like very chilled. I had her number, so she told me like for whatever reason, text me. If you have any questions, text me. Whenever you get the results, text me. So we were very much in touch, and probably the reason why it was like that, it was because we went privately. Had we gone publicly through the state, it would have taken like probably 1 year to do the whole process, and I would have been a lot more detached. So I'm glad we did that. And by the way, in terms of price, I know this is like a bit of an ugly topic, but maybe for some reasons some people are interested, because, you know, it is expensive if you cannot afford it. Here in Dubai we were quoted £10,000, but we ended up doing it in Italy for £4,000, which is like less than half. Now, that's not the reason why we went to Italy. Like, the reason why we went to Italy was because we couldn't do it here. I would say the quality of the experience was a lot higher there. I was treated a lot more personally, I would say, and I also think that the level of professionalism there was a lot higher than when I talked to some doctors here in Dubai, which makes absolutely no sense, I know, but I think that the type of education and the type of experience that doctors get in the West is completely different to what they get here in the East. of the world. I wouldn't say that the East, like overall, for example, India is like the best place to go to for medicals, like hands down. However, here in Dubai and this area of the world, like I found that the quality of doctors is not that high, but that's my opinion. Obviously there's always exceptions where like the best doctors, you know, come from here. It's just that maybe I haven't come across them, that's all. I am super happy and I feel so lucky as well to have been able to do this and for it to be positive straight away, because I know many people go through it and for whatever reason it doesn't happen straight away and they have to do it over and over and over again. In fact, I have a friend, God bless her, that she struggled a lot. In the end she managed to have 2 children, but she probably had 50 cycles of IVF to get those 2 children, and it really takes a toll on you, and I really understand. It's a mix of, after a while it becomes a mix of hormones being messed up, because it does mess you up. I mean, I remember once I had done once I was waiting to test for pregnancy, I would cry every single day, like for the silliest reason. Like someone would name my dog's name and I would cry. Or I felt a little bit more emotion, like more angry than usual, and I would just start crying. I mean, like it really does take a toll on you, and if you add the frustration of a negative result to that, it becomes like a real mess. And I really feel for those people. But what I can say is to just to carry on, to be strong and be positive, because it will happen. I mean, my friend, I have all the respect in the world for my friend. I mean, like she went through so much, like so much. She's a warrior, like I am not even kidding. She's a warrior. She had so many miscarriages, so many so many negative procedures, and she kept on going, and in the end she got 2 freaking amazing beautiful kids. And like honestly, like they're the most beautiful kids I've ever met, and she is the strongest person I know, honestly. But yeah, with that said, I mean, like I feel extremely lucky, but also my experience is to be taken individually. Like of course, like we all go through different stages, we all have different experiences, we're all different. It's impossible to have the same experience. So my takeaway from what I went through would be to go into IVF with no expectations. Just jump right in. Don't be afraid, don't be scared. Just take it lightly and do not have any expectations. Whatever happens, happens. And I know it can be a bit difficult and a little bit overwhelming, but with the support of your loved ones, it will be fun. I think that having a child is the most beautiful thing in the world, and I see it with my sister, and I've seen it with my family, my parents, because they've had 6 children. I've seen it in the past because I've been a nanny to 3 kids, and like it was like I was part of like the most beautiful family, and like I was able to help them. Honestly, a child is the most precious gift someone could ever have. So whatever it takes to get there, I think it's all worth it. And just continue, just go for it and get going, and don't ever stop and don't quit, because at the end it'll be worth it completely. Oh, and by the way, I wanted to show you this beautiful gift my friend Greta gifted me, and it's basically this necklace. You keep it. It's basically supposed to protect your baby. It has a little tin, I don't know, it makes little noises like, and it's supposed to recall the angels, I feel, to protect your baby. And it's such a good gift, honestly. It's so nice. And by the way, I can feel my boobs are starting to get bigger and bigger. Belly not so much. I mean, like, I don't know if it's the fat that I've been putting on lately, because I've been feeling very, very, very naughty. Like, I crave a lot of a lot of carbs, and I am trying not to give in. However, every now and then I will go for it if I can. Paul, my boyfriend, is trying to help me with this, like, because also he's been trying to be healthy lately. Now that he's gonna become a father, he wants to completely have a lifestyle change. However, like yesterday, he was out doing his physical activity, like bicycle and stuff, and I ordered myself a Pizza Hut, which is like the worst thing to have. It's like the naughtiest pizza ever. Like, it has sugar, it has so much cheese, it has so much shit in it, but I didn't care. Like, I just went for it, and it felt so good, man. It was so good. I woke up this morning having a little bit of a, you know, stomach ache, but whatever whatsoever. And anyways, last thing I wanted to say, and I'm gonna give you an update once I'm doing it and once I've chosen, is antenatal class package. So basically, all the consultations, all the visits, all the scans before giving labor, before having the baby, I'm gonna do them through King's College here in Dubai, and then we're gonna see what they say we can do, because we are still not married. We would like to give birth here in Dubai. It should be legal. It used to be illegal to give birth if unmarried. However, I've read some articles which says you can, and someone has given birth here in Dubai at King's College without being married. So I'm gonna go there, talk to them, see what they say, and if everything goes to plan, I will have the baby at King's College, because I've heard so many things about it, especially for the maternity ward. So I'll do it there. If that won't be possible, then I'll have to move back to Italy again, which will be a little bit of a mess in terms of logistics, because I'll have to get a house there, get all of the stuff for the baby, spend 3 months there, because Paul cannot spend more than 3 months there, and then come back. It's gonna be a really headache. So I really hope, fingers crossed, that I can have it here in Dubai. And yeah, with that said, I will keep you updated on all of this, and I'm so happy to have told you all this. And yes, super excited, guys. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you soon.